This is what happens when you get pulled over on the freeway. And no, I'm not talking about the shoulder. So, before I get into that, my name is Patrick. This is my channel, Strictly Business. Thank you for coming if you're new or returning. If you could subscribe, I would really appreciate it. And without further ado, I'll get into the story. So, this took place in 2015. And me, my friend Sean, and my friend Max were going to a show at the Observatory, which is a venue in Orange County that I've been there for like weed shows, I've been there for like rave type stuff, I've been there for like hip hop shows, been there for a bunch of different stuff. So that night they were doing some show that it was like a dubstep rave type thing. The main person I can remember is some guy named Schism. He was like the main person that was going to be there. So we like got tickets very randomly. My friend Sean was like super into that music, and I was too at the time. My friend Max wasn't so much, but he was just down to cruise because he just wanted to come. And he wanted to drive too because at the time his dad had this car. And this car was seriously one of the nicest Mercedes Benz I've ever seen, like to this day. I've never seen it. Had the um, suicide doors, and I was gonna call them the unalive doors. I just couldn't fucking think of it. But like it just had like everything, and this was 10 years ago, and he let my homie Max use it to drive to the show. So me, Max, and Sean have our tickets, and we start driving to Orange County. So we're driving, and my homie Max, he's driving fucking like 100 miles an hour the entire way. Like the entire way, just switching lanes, and all of a sudden, we get lit up, and I see that we're getting pulled over. And to this day, I don't know why my homie Max did this, but I shit you not, the lane that we were in like the lane that's the like slow lane, I guess you would say, like the one that you when you get onto the freeway, you're on, and he just stops his car. And he stops his car, and the cop stops behind us, and he gets on to the speaker thing, and and you could tell he was pissed, and he's like, "What are you doing?" And he's like, "Pull over to the next exit and then pull over inside of the nearest parking lot." And like we kind of at that moment I realized it. I'm like, "What the fuck are we doing?" We pulled over on the literal freeway. Like we're lucky that we're like still alive, you know? So, like, in the moment, I was tripping. It at least gave me some time because I had a couple Xanax in my pocket, so I took them in the meantime, and it didn't even matter because the car didn't even end up getting searched. Like, or the car got searched, but we didn't get searched, so I would have been fine. So like we had like a weed pipe and like some weed and whatever, and the shittiest thing about it, like we got like let go and they allowed us to like drive away, and like my homie got a ticket and whatever. And the shittiest thing about that was, if I'm not mistaken, he had to go back out to like Santa Ana or Downey or wherever that was, which was like not the closest place in the world for us coming from like the South Bay. So that was like the main part of it, and I'm pretty sure it just ended up being a ticket, and we still ended up going to the show. The show was kind of lame, to be honest with you, but it was something to do for the night. And yeah, we went to the show, and we came back, and that was that. But yeah, definitely just an experience that I felt like sharing. I hope you enjoyed it. I don't recommend if you get pulled over. I do recommend if you get pulled over, go over to the shoulder and pull over. Don't just immediately stop whichever lane you're in. That's going to be all bad for everybody. And that's about as much wisdom as I can give on the subject. Um, yeah, please, like the video or subscribe or whatever. I would really appreciate it. And yeah, I hope everybody's having a good 2025, and I hope you have a wonderful night. Peace.